Hello students, welcome back to Atul Academy. In this video, we are going to solve exercise 1.1 of NCERT class 10. Now, this exercise is based on Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma. Lemma is what? Lemma, we call a lemma a proven statement which is used to prove another statement. So sometimes this division lemma is also known as Euclid's division algorithm because this has been used to solve the HCF of any given two numbers and to prove some relationship in the numbers. So how we say this lemma is that we have two positive integers given positive integers a and b. There exist unique integers q and r such that a is equals to b into q plus r, and this r is greater than equals to 0 and less than b. As you all have done in your previous grades, this is related to dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. You would have done this in your junior grades when you were asked to check your division answer. So how do you get that? That dividend is equals to divisor plus into quotient plus remainder. Let's take an example. If I have a number 17 and I'm dividing it by 2. When 17 is divided by 2, you will get a remainder. The remainder is 1. You multiply 2 by 8, that's 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. So I hope this is Euclid's division lemma and it's clear. So this will be used as an algorithm to find the HCF of numbers. So how we will use it? This we will use as an algorithm. We can say it as a long division also. We can name this as long division method of finding HCF, or we can say it as a successive division method. Successive division method to find the HCF of two numbers. So how we will do it? Let's start with this first part. So here let me take it as A is equals to 225, B is equals to 135. I need to take A greater than B always. So using Euclid's division algorithm, I will represent this A as I'll divide it by 135 and I'll check what remainder I will get here. Let's do the division over here. When you divide 225 by this, you can go by 1. So you will get as 135 only. You subtract 0. 12 minus 3 is 9. I will divide this by 135 again. Let's wait. Now when I multiply 135 by 1, the remainder I get it as 20. So here what I'll check that the remainder is not equals to 0. This was my step 1. Step 2 will be, now as the remainder is not 0, I have not achieved the HCF part. So what I will do is, now this quotient will become the divisor and this remainder, the quotient will become the dividend and the remainder will become the divisor. Now whatever remainder you will get here as 90, this divisor will become now dividend. So now I'm applying the division lemma to the remainder and the divisor. So again 90 ones are 90, remainder comes out to be 45. So again you see 90 ones are 90 plus 45 is 135. So again I do not have the remainder as 0. So again the division lemma is applied on this quotient and the remainder. Now I'll divide this 90 by 45 and I'll see what remainder and quotient I'll get. When I'll divide 90 by 45, it's 45 twos are 90. So the division is complete over here. You got the remainder as 0. So here the remainder is 0. So the step where you will get the remainder as 0, that quotient will become the HCF. So the HCF of these two numbers, 225 and 135, is 45. Hope this is clear. Now let's move to the next question. Next part is 196 and 38220. You need to find the HCF of 196 and 3 2 not 3, it's 38220. So let's find the HCF of this number. Again we'll use the division algorithm, Euclid's division algorithm. This will become the A. Now A is 38220 and B is 196. Bigger number is always A. A is greater than B. So now using Euclid's division algorithm, step 1 will be 38220. I need to divide it by 96. So let's do the division over here. 196 is the divisor and this is the dividend. So we'll go by 1 again. 196, you subtract 6. What is 17 minus 9? 8, 1, 2. So it will go by 9. I think 9 6 are 54. 5 carry over. 9 9 is 81 plus 5. 86 and 8 and 1 7. Now subtract. 12 minus 4 is 8. 15 minus 6 is 9 and you will copy down 0. Here you have to complete the division to get the remainder. The division is not completed, so we are keep doing the multiplication with one number only. So 196 5s are, I think is 980. So the division is complete by simple this number only. So it is completed by this number only. I am getting remainder in first step only. So remainder is 0. So my HCF is 196 only. So HCF of 196 and 38220 is 196 only. If one number is completing the division, means that is the HCF of that. Now let's move to the third part. Third part is you need to find the HCF of 867 and 255. So here again A is equals to 867, B is equals to 255, A is greater than B. So using Euclid's division algorithm. So again we'll use the division algorithm over here. We'll come to the first step. I'll divide 867 by 255. That is the first step. Let's do the division over here. You can either do the division first and then write all the steps. So 255 3s are going to be 5, 1 carry over 6 and 765. Let's subtract, we'll get 2, 0, 1. Now I'll continue divide so that you know how to do it. So let's do 255. Now this remainder has become the divisor and the divisor is become the dividend. Now we are applying the lemma on the remainder and the divisor. So let's do the division by 2. It will go 2 2s are 4, 0, 2 and the remainder comes out to be 51. Now again I'll apply the division lemma on 51 and 102 and it will come by 2 102. So the remainder I got in 3 steps. So first step will be how will I get 867, that is 255 into 3 plus this is the remainder 102. Here the remainder is not 0. So now this quotient will come over here 255, that's the quotient. Its shift comes over here. Now I'll divide it by this number 102. So 102 multiplied by 2 plus 51. This is the remainder over again here. So remainder is not equals to 0. So third step. Now this 102 will become the dividend and 51 remainder will become the divisor. Now this into 2 and the remainder comes out to be 0 in this step. So you can see over here that remainder is 0. So therefore HCF of 255 and 867 is 51. That's the answer. Hope this part is clear. Now let's move to the next question. Now this question is another application of this Euclid's division algorithm or lemma. So it is related to finding the properties of numbers or integers. Means we can actually say that an integer can be written in the form of this when you divide. Meaning of 6q, like I have explained you that a is equals to bq plus r. Q is quotient, r is remainder. Q is your quotient and r is the remainder. So whenever you divide a number by, suppose 2, whenever you are dividing a number by 2, meaning this b will become 2, and the remainder can take values greater than equals to 0 and always less than 2. Means remainder take how many values? It can be 0, it can be 1. When you divide a number by 2, you cannot get a remainder as 2, you cannot get a remainder as 3. This is basic division. If you divide a number by 3, this b will take the value 3 and the quotient could be anything based on the dividend. The remainder can take values like this. It can be 0, can be 1, can be 2, not more than that. When you divide a number by 4, remainder can take values 0, 1, 2, 3. When you divide by 5, similarly, the remainder can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you divide a number by 6, the remainders could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here it is saying that you need to show that any positive odd integer is in the form of the 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. Meaning this 6 is saying that you need to divide any number by 6. So let's take, let a be any positive odd integer. Let a be any positive odd integer. So using Euclid's division lemma, we can say that a is equals to 6q plus r. We can say that a is equals to 6q plus r means when say a is divided by 6, there will be a quotient and there will be a remainder. But this remainder can take values from 0 to less than 6. So 0 to 1. So based on that, we will have separate cases. Case 1 will be when remainder is equals to 0. What will be your a? A will be, I'll put the values of now remainder in this thing. A is equals to 6q plus 0, which is 6q. Now 6q, you know, it is even. You can say directly that it's even. Case 2, when r is 1. When r is 1, I can say a is equals to 6q plus 1. You can easily say that this is odd. Case 3, when r is equals to 2. You have a is equals to 6q plus 2. So you can take 2 common, this will become 3q plus 1, or you can leave it like this also. Why I took it as 2 common? Because it's a multiple of 2. So this will show that it is even. When anything is a multiple of 2, that's an even number. Now I'll move to case 4. Case 4 is when r is equals to 3. When r is equals to 3, a will be equals to 6q plus 3. It says that it is odd. Case 5, when r is equals to 4. When r is equals to 4, it will become 6q plus 4. I can take again 2 common, that will become 3q plus 2. This is again even. Now when case 6, r is equals to 5, because I am dividing by 6, so my remainder can take values 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So last case, a is equals to 6q plus 5. You can easily say that this is odd. Now what was the question? Question was saying that we have to prove that any positive odd integer is in the form of 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. You have shown this. This is odd, 6q plus 1, this is odd, this is odd. We have all the parts odd. So therefore, I can say that therefore any odd integer is of the form. Writing the answer statement is important. 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5. Hope the steps are very clear. Let's move to the next question. Next question says that An army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. The two groups are to march in the same number of columns. What is the maximum number of columns in which they can march? So if you read the question carefully, there are total 616 members. They have to march behind an army band of 32 members. And the two groups are to march in same number of columns. So meaning you need to divide this number by this. The HCF will tell you. So maximum, you have to say that maximum number of columns that can be there in the march is equals to HCF of 616 and 32. How can you find the HCF? Again, we will use here Euclid's division algorithm. So here A is equals to 616, B is equals to 32. So using Euclid's division algorithm, I'll do the HCF thing. So 616, the step 1 will be is equals to 32. I'll divide 616 by 32. This is not a rough work. Why I'm doing it inside? Because if you do it go below, it should be on side only, but it will not be considered as a rough work. It's a fair work to be shown in the steps. So let's divide it by this thing. So it will go by 1 only. 32 ones are 32. 11 minus 2 is 9. 5 minus 3 is 2. I'll copy down 6. So is it going? We can go for 9. 32 nines are. What is 32 nines are? 9 twos are 18. 1 carry over and 28. So what remainder I'll get? 16 minus 8 is 8. 8 is the remainder. Fine. So what I did is 32 into 19 plus the remainder is coming out as 8. Now here the remainder is not equals to 0. So I will continue with my division algorithm. As the remainder is not 0, so now this 32 will come over here and I have to divide it by the remainder. So 32 will come over here, 8 fours are 32, so the division is complete over here. So 8 into 4 plus 0. So what you see the HCF comes out to be? So HCF of 616 and 32 is 8. So the number of columns in which the members can march is 8. So that will be your answer. Let's write the answer statement because writing answer statement is important. So the maximum number of columns in which members can march is 8. That is done. Now let's do the next question. That next question is similar to the second question in which we use division lemma. But here it is asking use Euclid's division lemma to show that square of any positive number is of the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. So how we will do this question? So let's start with that. So let a be any positive integer. Let a be any positive integer. Same step we'll do. Now when a is divided by 3, this is what the Euclid's lemma is. I'm just writing it like that. When a is divided by 3, let q be the quotient and r be the remainder. By using Euclid's division lemma, you can say that a is equals to 3q plus r, and this r can take three values 0, 1 and 2 because it should be less than 3 only. So now my a is 3q plus r. If a is this, what could be a square? Because you have to find the square. If a is this, so what is a square? A square will be 3q plus r whole square. What can be that value? I can say it as 9q square plus r square plus 2 into 3q into r. I use that identity, a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So what I got, 9q square plus r square plus 6qr. Now let's apply the cases. We will have three cases over here. Case 1 when r is 0, case 2 when r is 1, and case 3 when r is 2. So let's start with case 1 when r is equals to 0. When r is equals to 0, a square will be what? 9q square plus 0 plus 0, because r will be 0, this anything into 0 will be 0. So this becomes 9q square. When I take 3 common from this, it will become 3q square only. So it is in the form of 3 into 3q square. So let us say, here I'll say that let 3q square is equals to some integer m. So I can say that this will become 3m. Fine, I can do this thing. It is in the form of 3m. This m can be this thing. Now let's take case 2. Case 2, I have r is equals to 1. So what will be the value of a square now when r is 1? 9 keys q square, and then again put in this one. Plus 1 square plus 6q into 1. What will it become? 9q square plus 1 plus 6q. This thing, I'll just bring 9q square plus 6q plus 1 together. Now from these two, you see, you can take 3 common. So it will become 3q square plus 2q plus 1. Why I took 3 common? Because I need to say it in the terms of this thing, 3m plus 1. So what will it become? This will become, I can say 3m plus 1. In this time, I'll say this time that let 3q square plus 2q is equals to m. Now let's move to case 3. What is case 3? Case 3 is r is equals to 2. Let's do that thing. Now you are putting the value of r as 2. So a square will become what? 9q square plus r square is 2 square plus 6q into 2, which will be 9q square plus 4 plus 8, plus 12q. Now here, I'll just write this 4 as 3 plus 1. I can do that thing. So I'll write 9q square plus 12q plus 4. First I took it backside. Then now 9q square plus 12q plus 3 plus 1. Now from this whole term, I can take again 3 common. So this will become 3q square plus 4q plus 1 plus 1. Again, I can write this in the form of 3m plus 1. Now what have I assumed as m? I'll say that let 3q square plus 4q plus 1 is equals to m. Now I have done all the cases, and you see in all the cases I have got in the form of 3m plus 1. One is also 3m plus 1, another is 3m. So you can say that hence the square of any positive integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1 for some integer m. I hope this is clear. You need to take thing commons and just convert everything in that form. Cases are being based on the number of remainders you will have. Let's do the next question. This is also similar to that, but here you have to do the cube. Here you have to do the cube. Now here you see, it is use Euclid's division lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Now again let's take, let A be any positive integer. So here they are asking about the cube. So what we can do here is, instead of taking 9, if I take 9 cube, it will be very big number. If I take 3 cube also, I'll get the same thing. If I divide the number by 3 also, because a number which is divisible by 9 is divisible by 3 also. So we can take it as 3. So let's on dividing A by, take 3. On dividing A by 3, let Q be the quotient and R be the remainder. Then by Euclid's division lemma, you can say that A is equals to 3Q plus R, and R can take the values of this 0, 1 and 2 again, because if I take it divide by 9, you can imagine that you will have 8 cases and the values will also come as very big, but when you divide by 3 you will get 9. When you divide any number by 3, you do the cube, you will get in terms of 9. So I'm taking it over here as 3, not 9. Now we will have only 3 cases. Now let's find the cube of this. So A cube will be what? You know what is A plus B whole cube. So let's find that. So that'll be A cube plus B cube plus 3 into A into B and again A plus B. So I'm writing what I used. A plus B whole cube is equals to A cube plus B cube plus 3AB into A plus B. Now what can I write it now as? 3 cube is 27 Q cube plus R cube plus 9QR and 3Q plus R. Now we'll use the cases. We will have 3 cases again based on the remainder. Case 1. Case 1 is R is equals to 0. When R is equals to 0, A cube will become what? 27 cube only. You see, everything will be 0. So all this will be 0. So you can name it as equation 1. So you will put, you can say that put in equation 1. On putting in equation 1, R is 0, you will get this. So I can say this in the form of, I can take 9 common from here now, because I need to get it in this form. When I take 9 common, this will become 9 into 3Q cube. So I can say that let 3Q cube is equals to M. So this will become 9M. I represented in one form. Fine. Now let's move to the second case. Case 2, when R is equals to 1. Again put R is equals to 1 in equation 1. In previous question, other questions also, you can name this as equation 1 if there is a confusion, and then keep on putting the values. Okay. Now when R is equals to 1, what will A cube become? 27Q cube plus 1 cube plus 9Q into 1 and 3Q plus 1. So let's multiply everything and see what you will get. You will get 27Q cube plus 1 plus 9 into 3, 27Q square plus 9Q. Fine. Now what I can do is, I'll take this thing 1 outside. 27Q cube plus 27Q square plus 9Q plus 1. Now from all these you can see you can take 9 common. Yes, because you need to represent it in the form of 9M plus 1. So let's take 1 common, 9 common. So that will become 3Q cube plus 3Q plus Q plus 1. So I'll again say that let this 3Q cube plus 3Q plus Q is equals to M. So this will become 9M plus 1. Now let's do case 3. Case 3, we can have R is equals to 2. I'll put the value of r is equals to 2 in equation 1. I hope this is very lengthy and confusing, but if you practice these type of questions, you will understand what it is all about. So I'll put a cube. What will the value of a cube now? 27 cube plus now r is 2. So 2 cube plus 9 into q into 2 and then 3 cube plus 2. So let's multiply everything and see what we will get over here. We'll get 27 cube. I have the 8 also, and then it is 18, and 18 into 3, it's 9 2s are 18 or 9 6 are 54 q square, and then it is 18 2s are 36 q. Again, you can see I can take 9 common except 8, so 8 I will bring at the end, write it over here. So you have 27 q cube plus 54 q square plus 36 q. You can see you can take 9 common. You don't need to take q common because 9 is only required. So that will become 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q plus 8. Again, you will say that this is 9m plus 8, where again your 3q square plus, q plus 6q square plus 4q is m. So you see I have represented these in terms of 9m plus 8, 9m plus 1, and the previous one was 9m. So we have done all what is being asked in the question. You have to represent them in the terms of 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. Now you see, with 3 we can get this, so there is no need to take 9, otherwise you will have 8 cases and it would be very lengthy. So these things you need to decide based on the question. So now the answer statement, hence the cube of the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8 for some integer m. That's it. So this was exercise 1.1, students. Hope it is clear to you all. Any doubt, please come to me, ask me whenever you need. Thank you for watching the video. We will come up with next exercise. Bye.